myths, history. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried.
First things first, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is currently slated to launch at some point in 2024. When it arrives, it'll be exclusively available on Xbox Series X and PCs, acting as a Microsoft exclusive. After almost 2 years of nothing, we just came to learn that The Last of Us' star Troy Baker now plays as Harrison Ford in this new cinematic first-person adventure. Take a look.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up? Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
We must seek Jin Kazama.
That being said, Tekken 8 will officially launch on January 26th. The game will feature 32 characters at launch, including Reina, a bunch of new ones that was just announced with a new trailer. Now, a company that we got, of course, more in-game footage, and the word reconfirmation that Tekken 8 is coming to the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and PCs. IGN also had an early preview of it, said, this game feels like it has the most potential of a fighting game ever did.
Kazuya a nice smack in the face!
これで全てのピースが揃った。
託された希望、決して無駄にはしない。
人類よ、戦いに教本しろ。
Coming up behind that at number 3, we have a brand new open world RPG. Almost everybody called this a child of Ghosts of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed since reveal. Well, something here called Human. I mean, it just starts with a J. Now, Human Will on the Blade, fully titled, promises Souls-like boss fights, lots of sword fights, and pretty advanced visuals, as you can see. Check it out, this game's coming from a solo developer and into PCs and Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 only.
Once, you've met humans. In the last city of humanity.
Announced more than 5 years ago by Sony Interactive and Sense Game, a Chinese studio, back then we came across a PlayStation exclusive, something called AI Limits. It was an action RPG set to launch for the PlayStation 4 as part of the second wave of the PlayStation's China Hero project. Whatever the reason was to keep it a secret until now, AI Limit finally went on and was resurfaced and is now PlayStation 5 to PC exclusive. This is how it looks. The game is now releasing within 2024.
They control the rules in Heaven's Wall, and humans are just sheep to be slaughtered.
Where there's war, there are profits. It's best if you both sides suffer heavy losses.
We are the same. Seeking after far-fetched goals with crippled memories. However, I'm just a feeble scholar, while you possess power.
While the branch can infinitely reconstruct your physical form, it cannot instill hope or faith. Please proceed with courage and caution. May the branch.
Coming to a playtest later this week. First work of its developers over here, number 5, we have The Killing Antidote. Now some folks call this the Chinese version of the new Resident Evil games, except it's just an indie developer's work and you play as a brave freelance journalist who investigates the inside story of the incident and the searches for an antidote to this whole mess. Check it out in case you missed it. Square Enix went on and revealed a new game in the Mono series, supposedly the future and a new direction in the series as well, is something called Visions of Mana, which is an action RPG anime, beautiful as the previous series' new game, in which the player takes the role of a curious and carefree young man who accompanies his friends on a fateful journey to the Tree of Mana. Check it out, this game is coming to basically all consoles within 2024. Coming as the first work of its developers, kind of, set in a futuristic Japan setting bit in the same vein as the Stellar Blade game. We've got here another hack and slasher in third person, action heavy game, but also time manipulation superhero going by the name Enenra. It's a PC exclusive so far. The game is coming within 2024 now, and this is the only trailer we got of it so far.
She encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is not only the most anticipated Norse mythology-inspired game on the horizon, it's also the single biggest Microsoft exclusive that is yet to come around this year. It now just received a release date of May 21 and a new trailer. I think the game looks pretty much better than anything we're gonna come across this year, and the action on top of the atmosphere in this game is literally out of this world.
What's a sign? What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from...
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands.
Quick mention over here in case you missed it. Last August, we finally received some gameplay on the Obsidian Entertainment's new open world, Skyrim-looking or inspired RPG, y'all know going by the name Avowed. That is now coming to PCs, Xbox Series X, still remaining a Microsoft exclusive, and due out within 2024. In fact, by the end of it. One close look at the trailer, if you haven't already, you can see pretty much a lot of resemblance of both Skyrim and the other worlds. So, you know, one might suspect the goal with Avowed is to hit even new horizons.
And you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
The fool of a king is dead!
Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
The fortress at the border was raised by a human mere days ago. You can only blame your king's weakness.
Metaphor Refantasio is officially coming to PCs in addition to the next generation of consoles and PlayStation 4. The announcement was made recently through a new trailer and release window of 2024. If you're new to Metaphor, game here is a fantasy RPG that's being directed from the same team who did most Persona games, 3, 4, and even 5. It's a sequel of a very well-received game from almost a decade ago. Take a look.
When every day they cheat and abuse us!
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel.
Our lives are decided at birth by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are.
There was a plot in his life. One I wish I'd rooted out sooner.
You're no ray of hope!
You gave up on your hopes, but I will not.
Now let's see what manner of story you'll weave.
Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
Capcom revealed a new entry in the Monster Hunter series as well at the Game Awards, going by the name Monster Hunter Wilds. Not many words were involved with this one, just a page and a trailer. The game we know is coming to PCs, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X within 2025. My guess is it'll be a follow-up on Monster Hunter World, with a bigger world, of course, flying mounts, different areas, and as you can see yourself, even bigger monsters. Check it out.
Here.
THQ just came up with an update on Alone in the Dark. It's a classic detective noir, almost horror adventure game that was released a year ago, and now about a couple of detectives in a haunted house searching for some answers about a mansion's owner. You all remember the Alone in the Darks? They actually kind of started the fixed camera in the survival horror genre, but this remake is now changed in a third-person puzzle horror game, and this is how it looks.
Uncle, what's going on here? Look at this mess!
I'm sorry. This place? There are some very disturbed figures around here, and I don't think it's just the patients. I've been reading some things about how Derceto has a deranging effect on people.
Are you ready to tell me why you are here, Miss Hartwood? And why you brought a detective? I want you to know I'm here to help. If you need me.
She'll come and turn the world.
Coming from the same team who came up with the first part of its series, Grand Empire, Time Travel Survival, we've got another one in the making due for the same platform, PCs in the following month, going by the name Portals Apart. The game, in which case you're familiar with, is a base building survival adventure with even more variety of items and action as opposed to the previous game. Check it out in case you missed it.
I once was stranded, as you. Now, my mind is betwixt the portals. Take care not to sacrifice your being. Or as you will end up portals apart. With over 2 million views on YouTube since just last week, this was actually one of the coolest horror games announced for a while, or since we heard about Choo Choo Trolls. Coming from an indie developer once again, we have now zoochosis, basically a phenomenon that makes animals lose their mind when they're caged. Here's a trailer. This body cam looking horror game here is coming to PCs in about a few months from now. If you've already played Armored Core games, especially the latest one,
Fires of Rubicon, which was divine honestly, you're probably gonna love Mecha Break if you haven't seen the reveal trailer yet. First things first, it's actually a multiplayer game in general, pretty much in the same style of the last year's Capcom Exoprimal. This game is now coming to PCs and action consoles sometime later this year.
Each day, the weak perish in the jungle. Yet the strong among them will always adapt and survive.
Coming to PCs exclusively mid to late 2024, number 16, we have Soul Masks. Well, Soul Masks described as a sandbox game that prioritizes an aesthetic survival experience. Start from nothing, you'll explore, build, recruit tribesmen to fortify your clan, and ultimately unravel the mysterious truths behind the civilization of this world. Take a look. Don't Nod, the creative minds behind Life is Strange games, has a new one in the making, announced earlier in the year, going by the name Lost Records, Blood and Rage. It's a narrative adventure, story-driven journey through time, they call it, set around the magical summer of 1995, about self-discovery and forging some unbreakable bonds with a couple of friends, high school friends. Check it out in case you missed it. Palworld, however, last but not least, finally received an update trailer after a whole year. It's now releasing on PCs and to both generation of consoles as a Microsoft exclusive no longer, either this month or February. In case you missed it, the game is about living a rather relaxing life with a bunch of creatures called pals, and just like Pokemon, you get to take, tame, collect, train, breed, and even farm with them. Check it out.